Yes, dear friends, today's our first topic is periconceptional care and screening. Dear friends, 4 out of 10 women report that their pregnancies are unplanned. हमारे गुजरात में या तो हमारे इंडिया में कहीं भी unplanned and unwanted pregnancies बहुत सारी हैं. And for that, our role, obstetrician's role and responsibility increases to take care of mother and fetus. 20% of maternal mortality worldwide is because of iron deficiency anemia, and that leads to death also. Eliminating smoking before or during pregnancy could avoid 5 to 7% of preterm related deaths and 23 to 34% of cases of sudden infant death syndrome. Perinatal deaths are 50% higher among children born to mothers under 20 years of age compared to mothers aged 20 to 29 years. You can understand this very well that in younger age group there are many problems related to age and psychological also, and that leads to the death of fetus and mother both. Our aim is to reduce maternal and child mortality, prevent unintended pregnancies, prevent complications during pregnancy and delivery, prevent stillbirth, preterm birth and low birth weight babies, prevent birth defects too, and neonatal infections also, prevent underweight and stunting, also to prevent vertical transmission of HIV and AIDS, lower the risk of some forms of childhood cancers, and type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease later in the life. Yes, dear friends, this shows everything of today's lecture or the points I want to cover. Nutritional conditions to be taken care of, vaccine for the preventive disease we have to take in consideration, genetic conditions of course, environmental health, infertility and subfertility, whether patient is conceived after infertility, it is very important, female genital mutations to be taken care of, too early, unwanted and rapid successive pregnancies. This is another point. Rapid successive pregnancies also to be taken care of, and it is high risk pregnancy. Human immunodeficiency virus that we have discussed, interpersonal violence. आज के कोविड के जमाने में हमने अभी ही वेबिनार किया था कि केयर टू बी टेकन एट होम or violence at home, it increases during this COVID period. So please take care of this one. Ask the patients to any violence or any mental harassment at their home. Same thing, mental health, I already told. Psychoactive substance use. Same thing, it is related with this thing. And tobacco use, we already said this one. So nutritional conditions regarding screening for the anemia, diabetes and thyroid disorders, supplementing iron and folic acid and promoting exercise too. Detailed family history we should take with carrier screening and genetic counseling. Whether any previous baby is genetically compromised or whether any fetus or any baby is compromised in their family. We have to assess the psychological problems and counseling, treating and managing depression in women. In successive pregnancy, there are more cases of depression in the women. Rubella and hepatitis B must be given beforehand, and within 6 months of rubella vaccine there should not be any pregnancy. So ask this one also. screen for smoking and smokeless tobacco with 5 A's: ask, advise, assess, assist, and arrange. Everything for the mother. Though timely and appropriate evidence-based actions related to health promotion, disease prevention, screening, and treatment will reduce complications from pregnancy and childbirth. It will reduce child stillbirth and perinatal deaths too. Integrated care delivery throughout the pregnancy we should provide to mother. In 2016, the ANC model from WHO suggests this much of contact from contact 1 to contact 8, from 12 weeks up to 40 weeks. But now, these are the two pyramids. Initial pyramid was this one black one, that at 16 week, 24 week, and so on up to 41 weeks. But in near past, there is a change in it. Why? To be taken care of 13 weeks, 11 to 13 weeks pregnancy, for the aneuploidy screening, for knuckle thickness, and to reduce mental retarding babies. So at 12-week sonography is must. Specialized care should be given from 12 to 34 weeks. Of course, sonography is 20 weeks, and thereafter follow accordingly. In the very first meeting or very first consultation, we should confirm the pregnancy. You know very well that we can confirm the very first report of pregnancy will be. Can anyone tell? Okay. Very first report of pregnancy will be from serum beta HCG, not urinary HCG. I am telling about serum beta HCG, that is from the blood sample, and this will be needed in cases of IVF pregnancy or IUI pregnancy, when we want to know whether there is pregnancy or not before the missed date. It is so specific. After 3 days or so, rather after 72 more hours or so, urinary pregnancy test will be positive, and around 5 days or so after missed period, if the period is regular, then there will be gestational sac in the sonography. And if we have any doubt regarding ectopic also, we want to do beta HCG and the serial assay of beta HCG, whether it is increasing or what. Viable test with fetal heart rate, rather cardiac activity in sonography. Then pregnancy will go ahead. That I told about the maternal weight and body mass index. At every visit we have to take this one. Maternal blood pressure also. Urine dipstick for all blood tests. We will go further which test to be performed. C. Laboratory tests are universally recognized as a meaningful tool for the detection of pathological conditions during pregnancy. अभी ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ हम क्लिनिकली जांच कर ले तो चलेगा. ये जमाना मेडिको लीगल केसेस का है, और साथ ही साथ में मेडिको लीगल को एक बाजू रखे, लेकिन साथ ही साथ में ऐसा भी है कि हम कुछ मिस ना कर दें, क्योंकि अभी हाई रिस्क प्रेगनेंसी बहुत है. अभी जो चेंजेस है हमारे सोसाइटी में कि अर्ली प्रेगनेंसी या तो फर्स्ट प्रेगनेंसी जो है वो एट एल्डर एज है, आफ्टर 25, आफ्टर 30 और आफ्टर 35 ऑल्सो, and they are high risk. Many patients are having diabetes or blood pressure at that time. Many are having genetic problems also. First pregnancy aborted also. In these cases, we should go for all these tests and to rule out medical disorders of pregnancy. at a very early stage. And not only that, but interpretation of laboratory tests should be carefully accounted by us for the management of pregnant mother. Otherwise, we will harm the patient. These tests are pregnancy specific rather trimester specific. It should be performed at intervals are often requested to avoid incorrect diagnosis. And ultrasound evaluation is the main thing to perform for the anemia. First and foremost thing is anemia. बहुत हम कहते हैं कि एनीमिया मुक्त भारत, लेकिन 1 in 2 India's pregnant women are anemic. See, 50% women are anemic. So much of burden. And we should perform hemoglobin, MCV, MCH. Not only that, peripheral smear, that which type of anemia is there. S ferritin, total iron and binding capacity. At the same time, vitamin B12 and folate. And hemoglobin electrophoresis if needed. We should perform this one. I will go by case. Though this case is of at 38 weeks pregnancy and we are discussing periconceptional care, but still for the understanding and what to do and when to do, for this I selected this case. 21-year-old unregistered woman. यही होता है. With BMI 16.9, G2P1L1 and 38 weeks and 2 days gestation with a history of vaginal leak since 1 day. Presenting complaint are feeling unwell, vomiting and abdominal pain. Past obstetric history included an induced vaginal delivery 1 year previously. So on examination, the main thing is heart rate and SpO2 and everything is okay, good. But hemoglobin 3.7 gram. See, what is condition of obstetrician and what is condition of patient. Blood picture, it's shifted to right. Neutrophils, multiple reactive lymphocytes and teardrop poikilocytes also there. At this point, anemia caused by B12 and folate deficiency was highly suspected with superadded chorioamnionitis. Infection will be the cause for this much of anemia. More blood tests showed an exceptional thing. High LDH, high ferritin level, serum B12 very low, serum folate level 0.6 and C-reactive protein positive, suggesting there is infection anywhere. Blood test also showed decreased level of potassium, creatinine, calcium, albumin and urea. There were increased levels of alkaline phosphatase, aspartate transferase and bilirubin. So what are the causes of severe anemia in pregnancy? Low bioavailability of iron in food, inadequate intake of iron rich food, excess consumption of coffee and tea, chronic infections like malaria and TB. Same thing, inadequate intake of folate, inadequate intake of vitamin B12, worm infestation is very prevalent, menstrual loss or blood. Previously, before pregnancy, it should be unplanned and frequent pregnancies leads to severe anemia. What are the urgent priorities? What will be the further course of management, mode of delivery? What we will do for this patient? How to manage this patient? See, GCPR classification is in the first trimester, it should be hemoglobin should be 11 gram or higher. If it is mild, moderate and severe, the level is given. Lower than 7 is severe. In the second trimester, 10.5 or higher is normal. Same third trimester, 11 or higher. But lower than 7 is severe one. Cutoff for anemia, ICMR guideline. For mild 10 to 10.9, for moderate anemia 7 to 10, and severe it is less than 7. But this patient is very severe, less than 4. So what treatment? We discussed the previous slide. What are the urgent priorities? इसमें हम आयरन की टेबलेट देंगे तो नहीं चलेगा. आयरन ड्रिप इज रिक्वायर्ड, ब्लड इज रिक्वायर्ड, एंड व्हाट विल द फर्दर कोर्स ऑफ मैनेजमेंट? ब्लड के साथ में, ब्लड में तो विटामिन B12, विटामिन C, एवरीथिंग विल बी देयर इन ब्लड. इन आयरन ड्रिप ओनली आयरन वी विल प्रोवाइड. सो इसके साथ में विटामिन B12, विटामिन C, प्रोटीन, एवरीथिंग शुड बी गिवन. Mode of delivery, this is the multipara, and we will wait for the labor pain to start and vaginal delivery, of course. Care during and after delivery में, up till delivery we should reach our goal of 10. Complications की बात अगर करें तो पेशेंट कोमा में जा सकता है, पेशेंट सिंकोप में हो जा सकता है, बेबी की डेथ हो सकती है. ये सब चेंजेस we can anticipate, and we should have vigilance for this one, that this FSR doesn't happen. So what are the indications of blood transfusion? If pregnancy is less than 34 weeks, HB is less than 5 gram, with or without signs of cardiac failure or hypoxia, blood should be given. HB 5 to 7 gram, in presence of impending heart failure, we should give blood. Pregnancy more than 34 weeks, if the hemoglobin is less than 7 gram, even without signs of cardiac failure or hypoxia, we will provide blood to the patient. Severe anemia with decompensation. In third one, anemia not due to hematinic deficiency, hemoglobinopathy or bone marrow failure syndromes, and hemoglobin should be always, hematologist should always be consulted in hemoglobinopathies. If there is any acute hemorrhage, antepartum hemorrhage, then hemoglobin will fall down immediately, and at this time blood should be given to stop the bleeding and to create adequate hemoglobin level. At intrapartum period, if the hemoglobin is less than 7, anyway, one thing is sure, if the hemoglobin level is less than 7, blood should be given. And between 7 to 10, iron drip will be preferred. At my hospital, anytime, if the hemoglobin is below 10, we will give iron drip to the patient. Anemia with signs of shock, acute hemorrhage with signs of hemodynamic instability in postpartum period because of PPH or any other thing or previous anemia, we should treat by blood if there is hemoglobin is less than 7. Consent for blood transfusion is must. Why we prefer iron drip and not giving blood to everyone? There are many reactions and there are fatal reactions. So we prefer iron drip, IV iron, before giving blood transfusion between 7 to 10 of hemoglobin. Valid consent should be obtained where possible prior to administering a blood transfusion. Just check the BB number and BG number also. Keep this sheet which is on the blood and keep it in the file of the patient. The reasons for transfusion and a note for the consent discussion should be documented in the patient's case note. It will help you if any problem occurs. The next thing we are going, carrier screening in the first visit is required. For the thalassemia, MCV and MCH, these two our site should go there. And from this, we can judge, or rather we can predict that this patient will have any type of thalassemia. MCH जो है वो MCV जो है वो MCH से 3 गुना होता है. अगर इससे ज़्यादा है, then we should have suspicion of thalassemia. High performance liquid chromatography and quantification of HbA2 and F are necessary then. If woman is a carrier, screen husband also. If both partners are carriers, 25% risk to the fetus, and identify mutation. Screening of at-risk relatives, siblings and cousins. If the female is having thalassemia, minor, major, anything, we should screen them. MCV and MCH, first and foremost thing, I told you. Hypochromia, microchromosomia, target cells are there in node. Serum ferritin less than 12, then HB electrophoresis is must. And according to it, the type of thalassemia will be decided. See, if HbAg 2.4 less than 4 and HB 1 to 5 HbF, then it is beta thalassemia trait. If Ag is less than 4 and fetal hemoglobin 1 less than 1%, then beta thalassemia trait and related diseases are there. But if it is 4 or so, then beta thalassemia intermedia we suspect. If it is between 5 to 25%, then thalassemic disease is there. DNA analysis for alpha and beta globulin mutations should be, we should check this one. For diabetes, we will take medical disorder of pregnancy. So in it we will cover diabetes, thyroid, everything. So I am not going in detail of this, but testing for GDM is recommended twice during ANC. Just I am highlighting the points. The first testing should be done during first antenatal contact as early as possible in the pregnancy. Single steps testing using 75 gram oral glucose and measuring plasma glucose 2 hours after ingestion. A standardized glucometer should be used. The threshold plasma glucose level of less than 140 is taken as cutoff for the diagnosis of GDM. Asymptomatic bacteriuria is also a problem. Many patients are having urinary infection, frequency of urine. It is because of lack of cleanliness and less of water ingestion. 25 to 30% progress to symptomatic infection and can result in acute pyelonephritis, acute cystitis and urethritis. Commonest isolated organism is E. coli. We should give levofloxacin to this patient for 7 to 10 days. But if pus cells are more than 50, then we should give levofloxacin for 14 days. And after 14 days, ask the patient to come again do the urine examination, urine routine micro, and then we will decide again. If there are still pus cells, then we should go for the culture sensitivity of urine. Which antibiotic is preferable for this one? At the same time, you ask for itching vulva. It will also lead to urinary infection. Regarding hepatitis B, it should be offered to pregnant women, serological screening, so that elective and effective postnatal interventions can be offered to infected women to decrease the risk of mother to child transmission. Vertical transmission, mother to infant. It is called vertical transmission. Occurs in 90% of pregnancies where the mother is hepatitis B E antigen positive and about 10% of surface antigen positive E antigen negative mothers. Most of the infected infants become chronic carriers. Immunoprophylaxis for infants born to infected mothers, including hepatitis B vaccine and hepatitis B immunoglobulin, should be taken care of. Routine vaccination at all infants with hepatitis B vaccine series with the first dose of administered at birth. For HIV, pregnant women should be offered screening for HIV infection early in the antenatal case because appropriate antenatal interventions can reduce mother to child transmission of HIV infection. Rationale, you know very well that if a woman is treated for HIV early in her pregnancy, the risk of transmission that I told already to her baby can be less than 1%. This is the goal to achieve. Thyroid disorder, I will also take in the medical disorder of pregnancy because we should go in detail of this one. But with thyroid disorders, miscarriage, anemia in pregnancy, abruptive placenta, PPH, preterm delivery, and increased incidence of RDS are there. Untreated hypothyroidism can result in suboptimal neurointellectual development in offspring. And levothyroxine supplement is essential for hypothyroid mothers. There is a fourfold increase in the low birth weight. So if there is any baby, any fetus having low birth weight, in your sonography, if you find that weight is less, then you again suspect the thyroid disorders. Uncontrolled hyperthyroidism in pregnancy is associated with an increased risk of severe preeclampsia. It is related with hyperthyroidism, mind well, and PTU treatment is recommended for hyperthyroidism in pregnancy. Rubella screening should be offered early in antenatal care to identify women at risk of contracting rubella infection and to enable vaccination in the postnatal period for the protection of future pregnancies. मैंने पहले भी बताया कि 6 महीने के अंदर अगर पेशेंट ने रूबेला वैक्सीनेशन लिया है तो एबॉर्ट करने तक की नौबत आती है. Screening for syphilis should be offered to all pregnant women at an early stage to treat it, and it is beneficial to the mother and baby. For the rubella, cataract and microcephaly are the very harmful to the future life of the fetus, जो life आती है उसको and the whole family. Ultrasound, we should confirm the pregnancy, whether intrauterine, extrauterine, what are the weeks, what is the growth, by sonography only, by TVS probe. For the very first time when patient come, we do the sonography, and it may be only 8-10 days or 5 days even also by the missed period, and then there will be the first sign in it is gestational sac, and after 12 to 16 mm of gestational sac there will be yolk sac, and afterward there is appearance of fetal echo, and after that cardiac activity will be present in fetal echo. So confirmation of intrauterine pregnancy, confirmation of cardiac activity, estimation of gestational age, multiple pregnancy and their chorionicity, suspected ectopic pregnancy, and evaluation of suspected any growth transmitted disease, genetic disease. For this one, we have to perform sonography. It is must as the first visit, and to treat the patient and to see the cardiac activity around 1.5 to 2 months. In this duration, between this 1.5 to 2 months, we will do again this sonography to see the cardiac activity. At 11 to 13 weeks, we should do the sonography TVS for aneuploidies, access any structural defects, neural tube defects, screening for the preeclampsia, for the fetal growth retardation, and for preterm birth. For this 11 to 13 weeks, sonography is must. And so WHO has changed the pyramid. In the first, it is CRLS is taken, and other pictures show various deformity of the fetus. In aneuploidy screening, different models are there. Whether you take age plus CRL plus NT, nuchal fold thickness, or age and biochemistry, or age plus maternal factors, CRL and nuchal thickness, and PEP, HCG, it is called combined test, and it is better. We can add biochemical markers also in it. In first trimester, combined test is better. In second trimester, we can add quadruple test. In quadruple test, PEP-A, HCG, PLGF and AFP are considered. Combined test plus nasal bone plus AFP plus DIA plus PLGF have high detection rate and low false positive rate. In the first one, there is absent nasal bone. There is equal to sign if there is no nasal bone is there. But if equal to sign is absent, then there is absent nasal bone. See, age plus combined test have 86 to 90% of efficiency, and with additional markers, there is 95% of positivity and specificity. Double marker and NT test. If there is a high risk, if it is 1 to 100, there is high risk. If the report comes that 1 is to 101, in between this one to 1 is to 999, then there will be intermediate risk. But if the report shows that it is 1 in the 1000, then there is low risk. And for the low risk patient, you just reassure the mother and relatives. And also we can go for second trimester anomaly scan. But in intermediate risk, we should go for quadruple test, genetic sonogram and NIPT. In the high risk, not only this all NIPT and genetic sonogram, but amniocentesis and CVS should be performed. For the preeclampsia, the concepts change many times. There are which is ये है ना कि जो एग है पहले है कि मुर्गी पहले है, इसी तरह से प्लासेंटल डिस्फंक्शन पहले है कि प्रीएक्लेम्सिया पहले है. Placental dysfunction is because of preeclampsia or preeclampsia is because of placental dysfunction. There is a still debate. Placental ischemia and oxidative stress lead to, at present we suspect this one, preeclampsia, if there is this one. And endothelial activation will be there and end organ damage because of preeclampsia. We will take a whole topic or hypertensive disorder of pregnancy. So we will not go detail here. These are some of the pictures of this one. FIGO guideline for preeclampsia. We will go in the our next topic. There are different guidelines for hypertension and monitoring physiological pregnancy. On the very first contact or very first patient came to us, then Laboratory test blood group and rhesus factor and check for antibodies against RBC. Complete blood count for anemia and hemoglobin disorders, urine culture and urine analysis. We will ask for the rubella and toxoplasmosis, rubella vaccines and toxoplasmosis, whether IgG is present or IgM is present. VDRL, HIV, HBV, HCV, plasma glucose for hyperglycemia, chlamydia infection to see the PS examination if or ask for the white discharge and itching, testing and flowing oral glucose uh, after loading also. And group B streptococcus should be from the urine. If we can judge the group B streptococcus, then we should treat the patient for urinary infection also. Weight, blood pressure, hemoglobin, same thing, ABO and RH of both partners is needed. Urine, VDRL, TSH, thyroid, deep sea test with 75 grams, 2 hours blood sugar after that. And dating scan for the NT, double marker, free beta hCG PEPE, and contingent screening afterwards are needed. Which test should not be done? एक ये बहुत फॉल्स बिलीफ है कि एक भी प्रेगनेंसी, एक भी एबॉर्शन है या तो वी हैव डिस्कस्ड दैट विच टेस्ट शुड बी डन, बट देर आर टू टेस्ट दैट वी शुड नॉट गो फॉर. कभी भी एक भी एबॉर्शन होता है कि बेड ऑब्स्टेट्रिक हिस्ट्री का पेशेंट होता है, एक फॉल्स बिलीफ थी कि टोल्स टेस्ट करवाना है, और टोल्स टेस्ट जो करवाते हैं उसके बाद में उसका इंटरप्रिटेशन भी गलत होता है और उसके बाद में उसकी जो मेडिसिन दी जाती है वो भी गलत होती है. जस्ट डोंट गो फॉर टोल्स टेस्ट. एंड द सेम थिंग ट्रिपल टेस्ट. नाउ ट्रिपल टेस्ट इज रिप्लेस्ड बाय क्वाड्रुपल टेस्ट in the second trimester. In the first trimester we go for the double marker, and in the second trimester we go for quadruple test. Not triple test is not required at present. And friends, अभी सब बात तो हमने कर ली प्रेगनेंसी के बारे में. जो इम्पोर्टेंट माइलस्टोन है, it involves simultaneous feeling of happiness and worry both. First trimester is crucial. There is a triage and LA fears and concern. Preconception counseling of women is must. Checklist we have already seen. I want to say something about preconception also. गर्भ संस्कार. मेरे पास जो सबसे पहली बार जो पेशेंट आता है कि जिसको प्रेगनेंसी डिटेक्ट हुई होती हो, जस्ट सिर्फ जीएस इज प्रेजेंट, नो योग सेक, नथिंग. आई एडवाइज दिस पेशेंट कि मन में तुम्हारे एक ही बात होनी चाहिए, अच्छे से अच्छा आत्मा हमारे घर पर आए. किसी को इनविटेशन देना पड़ता है. ये जो सभी आत्माएं वो हम यूनिवर्स में घूमती रहती है. ये हमारा हिंदुइज्म या तो मुस्लिम कोई भी धर्म लो, सभी में ये बताया गया है. और वो जो किसी को हमारे पास हमारे घर पर बुलाना है तो हमें इनविटेशन देना होता है, तभी कोई आता है. और इनविटेशन देने से अगर मैं मोदी जी को इनविटेशन दूं कि मेरे घर पर आओ, तो क्या वो आएंगे? नहीं आएंगे. और इसीलिए उसके समकक्ष होना जरूरी है. वो किस तरह से? अगर अच्छी आत्मा को बुलाना है तो हमारा फिजिकल एंड मेंटल कंडीशन ऐसी होनी चाहिए, हमारे घर का बिहेवियर, हमारे घर का एटमॉस्फियर, सभी हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ के बीच में या तो जो भी साथ में रह रहे सभी के बीच का जो एटमॉस्फियर है, जो रिलेशंस है, इंटरपर्सनल रिलेशनशिप जो है वो अच्छी होनी चाहिए कि अच्छी आत्मा को हमारे घर पर आने का मन हो, तभी तो कोई आएगा. सबसे पहले गिव द इनविटेशन टू बेस्ट सोल एंड देन प्रिपेयर योरसेल्फ फॉर बेस्ट सोल. ये सबसे पहले महीने में करना बहुत जरूरी है. और ये एक बात नहीं, बार बार जब ये सोचोगे तभी ऐसा बच्चा और ऐसा आत्मा आपके पेशेंट के घर में आएगा तो ये पेशेंट को काउंसिल करना फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट विजिट में बहुत जरूरी है। देन हमारे यहाँ गर्भ संस्कार के क्लासेस चलते हैं, तो मैं ये बताती हूँ कि माँ की जिम्मेवारी सबसे ज्यादा है। विवेकानंद ने बताया था कि मैं जो कुछ भी आज हूँ उसका श्रेय मेरी माता को जाता है। वेरी राइट, वेरी राइट। लेकिन साथ में आज के जमाने में पिता का रोल भी कम नहीं है, क्योंकि माता को संभालने में, माता के मेंटल सेटिस्फेक्शन के लिए पिता की कंफर्ट की और उसके साथ सहकार की बहुत जरूरत होती है। हम इधर हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ को बुलाकर सबसे पहले मीन्स तीसरे महीने से, 2 महीने तक तो ये बात हुई, फिर तीसरे महीने से ये समझाते, सब कुछ खाने पीने की बात वो तो सब होता ही हर जगह पर, लेकिन ये समझाते हैं कि कपल को आईने के सामने बैठना है और सामने बैठकर यू हैव टू वॉच दैट विच कैरेक्टरिस्टिक, विच फिजिकल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इज बेटर इन विच वन। जैसे मैं इधर सिर से इधर तक की बात ही अगर बताऊं तो ये फोरहेड जो है वो किसका अच्छा है, दो में से हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ। आइस की कीकी का रंग किसका अच्छा है, आइस का कलर किसका अच्छा है, या तो हेयर का कलर क्या है, थिन है, थिक है, कर्ली है, या फिर नोज, नोज बोन ठीक है कि नहीं, कि बैठा हुआ है, ये चीक बोन कैसे है, लिप्स, अपर लिप, लोअर लिप, कोई पतला है, कोई गाढ़ा है, जो भी है, या किसी की जो डोक है, नेक है, इस तरह से होती है, किसी की लंबी होती है। तो दोनों में से मैंने अभी सिर्फ इतने ही एग्जाम्पल दिए, लेकिन दोनों में से किसी का जो भी अच्छा है वो मेरे बच्चे में आए। वो हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ को दोनों को आईने के सामने बैठकर जज करना है, एक ही बार नहीं, लेकिन एक बार दोनों साथ में हो जाए, उसके बाद में सिर्फ मदर भी करेगी तो चलेगा। उसके ही साथ में उनको ये तय भी करना है कि किसमें कैसा गुण दोष है। जो जैसे हस्बैंड को लगे कि तू बात बात पर रोती है, बात बात पर गुस्सा होती है, बात बात पर झूठ बोलती है, जो भी है वो मेरे बच्चे में नहीं होना चाहिए। या तो तेरी जो चीज है, तेरा जो गुण है कि तू सबकी संभाल रखती है, वॉट एवर, हाँ, ये हस्बैंड ही ज्यादा जानता है कि उसमें क्या अच्छा है और क्या बुरा है। या तो वाइफ ही अच्छे से समझती है कि मेरे हस्बैंड की ये जो टोबैको वाली चीज है, वो गुस्सा वाली चीज है, वो मेरे बच्चे में नहीं आनी चाहिए। ये दोनों को सीखना है और दोनों को एक दूसरे को बताना है इस तरह से कि ये चीज मेरे बच्चे में मैं नहीं चाहती। ये करने से हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ दोनों में भी इंटरपर्सनल रिलेशनशिप जो है वो अच्छी रहेगी। एक बात मन में से निकल जाएगी बात कि ये नहीं होना चाहिए और ये होना चाहिए, तो दोनों को पता चलेगा कि मेरे हस्बैंड मेरे पास से ये चाहते हैं और मेरी वाइफ का एक्सपेक्टेशन मेरे पास से क्या है। तो जो लोग एक दूसरे को प्यार करते हैं वो जरूर ही ठीक करना चाहेंगे। फिर 5वें महीने से बच्चा सुनता है। आप सबको ये सब किससे पता है कि जो एकलव्य था, नहीं अभिमन्यु, सॉरी अभिमन्यु था, उसने पेट में ही सभी सीखा था, और जो 7वें कोठे का नहीं सीखा था तो वो नहीं उससे पार कर पाया और उसकी डेथ हो गई। इसी ये सब सही बात है। 5वें महीने से बच्चा सुनता है और उसके बाद की एक एक मिनट कीमती है। ये एक एक मिनट को आपको बच्चे को तैयार करना है। बच्चे की 90 साल की उम्र हो तब तक के जो जो भी माइलस्टोन आते हैं वो माइलस्टोन उसको सिखाना है, उसको बताना है। अभी लड़का हो या लड़की किसी की बात नहीं, लेकिन दोनों के लिए रसोई करना इतना ही जरूरी है। लड़की को भी ये सिखाना है कि व्हील कैसे बदला जाए गाड़ी में, या तो स्कूटर कैसे सीखा जाए, या लड़का का भी जरूरी है कि कपड़े किस तरह से घड़ी किए जाए। ये सब लड़का लड़की दोनों को सिखाना है। हम हमारे पेशेंट को या तो रादर हस्बैंड को बोलते हैं कि रात को कितने भी देर से आओ, बहुत काम करते हो आप, बहुत बिजी हो, जो भी है, लेकिन जितने भी जब भी घर पर आओ तो 15 मिनट देर से तो सो ही सकते हो। और वो 15 मिनट पेट पर, मदर के पेट पर हाथ रखकर बच्चे को सुनाना है कि आज पूरे दिन में क्या हुआ, आज मैंने क्या गलत किया, आज मैंने क्या सही किया, आज ऐसी परिस्थिति में रखा तो मैंने ये डिसीजन लिया, अगर तू ऐसी परिस्थिति में हो तो तुझे ये डिसीजन लेना है, मैंने आज ये गलत किया, ऐसा सोचा, मैं ऐसा गुस्सा कर दिया, जो भी है वो सब बेबी को बताना है कि ऐसी परिस्थिति में से कैसे बाहर निकला जाए। हर रोज किसी ना किसी का वक्तव्य सुनाना है, हर रोज अपने धर्म का कुछ न कुछ करना है, लेकिन संवाद बेबी के साथ करना ही करना है। मदर को समझना ही नहीं कि वो अकेली है, हर बार उसका बच्चा उसके साथ में है। और जिस तरह से साथ में है उससे भी ये रखना है कि अपने मन में, मस्तिष्क में उसको रखना है, माइंड में रखना है कि मेरा बच्चा मेरे साथ है, और तभी वो उसके साथ बात करेगी। वरना जो भी है एक वाक्य बनकर रह जाएगा। लेकिन खुद रसोई करती हो, खुद टीवी देखती हो, जो भी करती हो, लेकिन बच्चा साथ में है और उनको ये सिखाना है, ये समझाना है। खाने के टाइम पर भी सिखाना है कि रोटी के साथ सब्जी लेते, उसके बाद दाल की चम्मच लेते हैं, वो सलाद खाते हैं, चावल खाते हैं, जो भी तुम्हारा नॉर्म्स हो वो बच्चे को खाने के टाइम पर समझाना है। फिर जो उसके पीछे पीछे चलना पड़ता है ना, वो नौबत नहीं आएगी। इसीलिए ये सब चीज बहुत जरूरी है। म्यूजिक कुछ ना कुछ सुनना है और सुनाना है। हमारे एक पेशेंट ऐसे थे कि हम बोलते हैं ना कि जैसा बच्चा चाहे ना उसका ऐसा फोटो सामने रखो। पहले के लोग बोलते थे कि कृष्ण का फोटो सामने रखो या तो अपने हस्बैंड के फोटो सामने रखो, लेकिन उन्होंने हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ दोनों ने मिलकर सोचा था कि हमको कैसा बच्चा चाहिए, और जो भी उसकी जो पॉपुलैरिटी चाहिए थी कि हमको इतना पढ़ाना है, हमको रमत गमत में आगे बढ़ाना है, जो भी करना है, ये ऊंचा होना चाहिए, इसका ये फैटी नहीं होना चाहिए, ये डिजीज नहीं होना चाहिए, जो भी नहीं चाहिए था और जो चाहिए था, रादर जो चाहिए था ना, उसका एक कैलेंडर जैसा बनाकर उन्होंने सामने रखा। और वो हर रोज वो बोलते थे, देखते थे कि मुझे ये जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है वो मेरे बच्चे में चाहिए। फिजिकल, मेंटल एंड एवरीथिंग, जो भी तुम्हारे बच्चे में तुम चाहते हो वो चीज तुमको इसी तरह से सामने रखकर बार बार देखनी है, और बच्चे में एक्वायर हो ही जाएगी। फिर ये जो है वो क्रोमोसोम पर डिपेंड है, एपिजेनेटिक्स वगैरह सब कुछ है। वो आज मैं ज्यादा नहीं ले रही हूँ, कभी हम गर्भ संस्कार की सीरीज भी लेंगे, हमारे पाइपलाइन में है ही, तभी ये सब चीज ज्यादा और डिटेल में जाएंगे। अभी अगर कोई क्वेश्चन है तो आप बताओ।